Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. It's located on the westbourne of Airfield and it's under the command of Gore. Okay, game underway. Now, Goran's driving the M55, which is the one with the 8-inch howitzer, and the reason I know that is it's got the barrel which won't extend over the front of the vehicle. That means it's the 8-inch pistol. The 155mm gun doesn't goes way over the front of the vehicle. Now, he did knock over that bush. Oh, and he's knocking over more as well, which is not a good idea. Does actually let the enemy know, here I am. If they're looking for you, that's a clear sign of where to target. But I think he might get away with it. Let's hope the enemy is not looking. I'd never suggest to anyone knocking over trees or anything like that, because it does give a clue as to where you are. Rounds out on the object 430U. And a near miss for 279. Landed right in front of him. It appears that Goran likes using the overhead mode, God mode or strategic view. Just the other day actually Klaus Kellerman suggested that he likes to use the overhead mode, not the battle assistant. He's not a big fan of that. Okay, Emil 2, he's almost loaded. 34.67 seconds is reload time. He fires in, gets a direct hit. 428 hit points off that one. Oh, and he's killed, so he picks up the stun assist for 608. Very good. Kill shot went to a griller. And the griller's actually near our cap area. So it's quite a long range shot. Okay, it's waiting for the targets to come back again. There was a star 1 just on that corner. Oh, it's a T69 there now. Okay. Rounds out. Only a stun. Critical hit, which is probably to his tracks. Okay, over in Hairy Alley we've got the E100. And a T54. We can't hit the T54 from our position. We can certainly do some damage to the E100, but we're not loaded yet. Getting ready. Oh, he's got a red line. Now he's okay. Almost ready. Rounds out. Direct hit for 400 hit points. It's a good shot. Oh, this is interesting. Now we've got a 53 TP turned up, and looks like he's alongside the E100. If you fire at one tank, you might just damage the other one at the same time. Rounds out straight away on the 53 TP, and yeah, it did stun both of them, but as far as I could tell, but they both went unspotted just for a brief moment. We didn't see any damage come off them though. I suspect he probably did do some damage. It just wasn't recorded because the two tanks were unspotted. Again, if you're wondering why I'm slurring my words, it's maybe because I've got some really bad tooth infection at the moment, and one half of my jaw is basically almost frozen, you could say, with the infection. And oh, a kill shot in the object 430U. I am on antibiotics and the strongest painkillers you can get, because it's a pretty awful infection, I'm afraid. People think toothache is not a sort of bad disability, but it can actually be very, very nasty if it gets badly infected. Okay, the E100 and that 53 TP have gone unspotted. Nobody's actually poked around the corner to see if they're still there, and they found them now. And that's better, 323 hit points. The shell landed behind him, which actually did a better effect because it splashed his weak armor at the rear. And that E100 is actually squashing his teammate into the wall, and his teammate now just got wiped out. I don't think that 53 TP is going to be very happy with his E100 for doing that. In fact, I'd say he'd be absolutely furious because he'd stop that 53 TP from pulling back. Rounds out the E100. Direct hit. 467 this time. Well, our Panzerkampfwagen 7 is moving up on that E100, and we're now aiming at a Wizzy 1201 GFT, who's on the ramp, overlooking that pass. And well, he's firing a shot in blind, Goran. I'm pretty sure his was the one that actually landed closest to the rock edge. As far as we can tell, it didn't do any damage, but T-26E5 Patriot down in the south, receiving fire from our teammates, and he's down. Scorpion got him. Oh, and the Scorpion dies unfortunately to the Star 1. We're loaded and lining up a shot on SDX Star 1. Yes, splash kill. Well, a lot of tanks dying, almost one after the other. E100's next. Just needs to line it up. At the moment, it's going to hit the rock face. In fact, it's very difficult from this angle to get a shot in there. But the E100 has gone. There's now only 7 enemies remaining. Now, a shot was fired in that direction because one of the enemy mediums is actually in the water. I think it's the T-54. But anyway, further north we've got the UDES. Remember, that was the area where the Wizzy 120 was seen. And that UDES was so desperate to get off over the edge of the cliff edge to protect himself that he actually didn't judge where he was going correctly. Rounds out. Oh, unfortunately only landed behind him. And he's pulled back and slid down the rock and gets nuked by the Panzer 7. We're closing in on the cap now. Only 6 enemies remain, 3 of them Arty. Okay, as one of the enemy tank destroys the Ferdinand. But a little closer is the Striv 103B. The TSM one. Difficult to line a shot up on him, but we're going to have a go. Rounds out, and good hit. 543, and he's been tracked. And in that position, he really can't hurt anyone, but he's fixed his track. Almost loaded. If we can get this shell to land on the Striv, it will be a kill shot. Oh, the Gorilla gets killed by the M53, M55 in the enemy team. Okay, lining up on the Striv. He's on the move. We're firing in speculatively, and well, it tracked him, I think. And he gets killed. I don't think it did track him now, actually. It stunned him. So it stopped him temporarily. Well, there's only 3 enemies remaining. 2 Arty and that Ferdinand. And the Panzer 7 is going up on top of the hill, from which he should be able to find the Ferdinand and or the Arty. Well, there's the Artys. And, well, one of them just tried a shotgun. There's the M53. He's trying to run for it. No, he didn't line that one up. He could see it on the minimap, but he didn't line it up in time. And they seem to have got past that pass. And there they are. There's the Ferdinand. Line up. And almost ready to shoot. Rounds out. Well, it's a good hit for 227. The M53, M55 in the north is firing at him as well. And there he goes. And that means the only enemy remaining is the M53, M55. He's probably lining up for a shotgun. And he gets the shotgun. But he's now unloaded and there's not a lot he can do. A big ram there for the Panzer 7 and he finishes it off. So the game is over. Pretty high amount of damage there, but by Gore, 2,952 hit points showing. Let's have a look and see how much he actually did. Well, it was a first ace tanker for Gore in the M53, M55. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 14. Got a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate from that battle was 5,485. Very good score. So it's a lot more damage than was actually shown because he did get some blind hits on the enemy. 4,264 hit points of damage, easily the high caliber. Nobody else got over 4,000 hit points, but the enemy M53, M55 did manage to get 3,752 hit points of damage, and he got a Gore's medal as well. The next high score after that was the Gorilla 15 on Goran's team with 3,210. When it came to kills, it was the Panzerkampfwagen 7, managed to get 5. Then we've got the M53, M55 on the enemy team with 4 kills. And Goran shared the next highest kill amount, which was 2 kills, along with the Gorilla 15, the Ferdinand, and the Ferdinand on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was, yes, Goran who got the highest with 1,181. 1,039 goes to the Panzerkampfwagen 7. And 784 goes to the Gorilla 15. He fired 15 rounds, got 4 direct hits, no penetration, 18 splash, damage of 4,264 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 2, did 378 hit points of damage assistance, plus 2,795 hit points of stun assist of 16 stuns. And I think that's what contributed to him getting the ace tanker. 2,795 is a very high amount of stun. On a premium count, he earned 68,831 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 40,781 credits. He received 7 bonds for the battle, and 1,771 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 3,544 for completing the mission and events, and took away 7,087 experience points altogether. So, very good round there by Goran. Congratulations on your first ace in the M53, M55. It won't be your last, because this Arty is one of those Artys that grows on you. And you did get a lot of really good hits in that game. A few shots, I think, that weren't actually going your way, but I think that was RNG, actually, to be honest. But other than that, yes, you did very well in that game indeed. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.